Hi everyone, it's my pleasure to come to you today and offer you a word of encouragement about the faithfulness and sovereignty of God. I first want to remind you of our Bible verse of the week, which is Exodus 15:11, where the Israelites were singing a psalm of praise right after they'd been delivered from the Egyptian army, walking through the Red Sea, and they were truly free. And this is part of the psalm that they sang unto the Lord. Again, Exodus 15:11, and this is what it says: "Who among the gods is like you, Lord? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in power, working miracles?" Well, of course, the answer is no one. No one is like God. No one can deliver like God. No one can provide like God. No one can do the mighty miracles that God alone can do. And it's interesting that having experienced such an incredible miracle, that just 3 days later, they're walking in the wilderness and they weren't finding water, and they began to grumble and complain. You know, when my kids were little, they grew up in the house with this sign: "Thou shalt not whine." It was just something that I didn't like, that high-pitched grumbling and complaining. And God doesn't like it either. God doesn't like it when we complain and we grumble, because what we're saying is, God, I don't trust you in this moment. I'm not getting what I want. And so because of my contemplation of that, the verse that really struck me from the message was Exodus 16:8. And if you haven't listened to the message Pastor Dan shared on Sunday, I really encourage you to go back and listen to that. There's so much that we can take from the Israelites and their response to God in moments of trial and challenge and suffering. So this was the verse that stood out to me. It's Exodus 16:8. And the Israelites were grumbling and complaining, and Moses just talks right back to them and says, hey, I'm going to paraphrase a little here. He says, look, you're not complaining against us. You're grumbling against the Lord. Wow. I had to consider, whoa, when I'm complaining, when I'm upset because I'm not getting my way, because things aren't going the way that I want them to, I'm not grumbling against the situation or the person. I'm grumbling against God, because I've diverted my eyes onto the situation and the circumstance, and I've stopped looking at God. That He's faithful to guide me and to deliver me and to give me wisdom and to give me strength and to give me grace in every situation. And all of that, why? Because He's strengthening our faith to trust Him, to know that He is sovereign and He is mighty and He's faithful and He is a deliverer. And I don't know what you're facing today, but I want to encourage you to remember that God is faithful. You can trust Him in your situation. And I know it may be heartbreaking. I know there are people suffering great loss right now. And I'm not trying to minimize that, but I know God is with you in the midst of it. He's near to the brokenhearted. So trust Him. Trust Him. My brothers and sisters, let's be people who, instead of grumbling and complaining, are offering praise and worship and saying, I don't know how, and I don't know when, and I don't know why, but I know who, and His name is Jesus, and I'm going to keep my eyes on Him, and I'm going to continue to trust Him at all times. May you be blessed today, and know that God is with you. He'll never leave you nor forsake you. God bless you.